is under attack.
Yeah, that didn't go too well. Yes, this one is a review video, kind of. Something I haven't done before, so I should provide some context. In 2018, Ubisoft announced the Settlers reboot, and since PC Games.de had shown pre-alpha footage in a 60-minute video in 2019, I was completely hyped. They brought the creator of the original Settlers, Volker Wertig, on board. It should have been a Settlers that returns to its roots, plus some interesting new features. And now that after about 2 years of delay, the closed beta was finally out. My plan was to put a brief let's play with a handful of episodes on my channel until the release of the game in March. That was the plan. In fact, I started recording but rage quit after about an hour and a half. I just couldn't believe what Ubisoft did to the game series I practically played my entire teenage years. Of what was shown in 2019, virtually nothing is left. No idea where it has gone, but it's definitely not in the game and it's not supposed to come. And Volker Wertig is not involved anymore as well. So instead of a let's play, I decided to make a review video, and for that I'm going to show my second playthrough in fast forward. And that you will see right now. Okay, I have recorded this review video before. After my failed let's play recording, I played a few more hours and wrote down everything that is wrong with this game on 2 full pages. No joke, and my writing is quite small. Then I basically hated on the game for 30 minutes straight, but I didn't want to share that, so here's my second attempt by focusing exclusively on what's good. I won't get around addressing what is the biggest issue with the game though, but first the pros. The game looks beautiful. Ubisoft's Snowdrop engine does a great job here, and the chosen assets and color palettes give the game a vibrant yet somewhat realistic look, not being too cheesy or gimmicky. The sound design is solid. All sounds make sense and can be assigned to all actions on the screen for the most part. Sure, the same shouts of the settlers over and over again are a bit repetitive in the long run, but they are not really part of the sound design and can be tolerated anyway. The next point are the animations. They're cute, varied and interesting. Admittedly, most of them have become redundant in this version of the game, which is so very stripped down compared to 2019, but they are present and well done. And that's about it. At least from a single player's point of view, and that brings us to the biggest problem the Settlers game has. It's not a Settlers game. Seriously, it's not about settling at all. Initially, I tried to play the game like a Settlers game and failed miserably. In the playthrough you just saw and see, I completely abandoned farms, ranches, fishermen, mills and similar buildings. Not because I wanted to, but because the game forces me to do so as a single player. And as you see right now, I defeated the AI in just over an hour.
Victory is ours.
Then I thought to myself, if I don't have to build farms and stuff, do I have to build anything at all? The answer is not really, as you can see now in the upper left corner. All it takes is to build one random building to trigger attacks from the AI, and then you win the map in under 15 minutes, in fact in under 10 minutes. Here I took my time to destroy all the enemy buildings before I leveled its warehouse. And this leads to the question what this game is if it's not a Settlers game. Well, it's a dull, multiplayer fantasy RTS, a game nobody needs and nobody asked for, as there are way better RTS games on the market. Unfortunately, Ubisoft has not understood that the S in RTS stands for strategy, and 6 maps, 2 for a single player, where nothing is procedurally generated, don't offer any replay value either. Scenes like this one make great screenshots but have nothing to do with the actual gameplay. It is bad practice to give a score to a beta, but I'm going to do it anyway, as there's no freaking way I'm going to pay the full 60, respectively 80 euros that Ubisoft is asking for the deluxe edition to provide an in-depth review of the full game. From me, the game gets a 5.9, and that's with a lot of goodwill in the hope that the campaign in the release version will be somewhat decent. But, of course, this is just my personal opinion.